Access to clean and renewable energy in the region remains a challenge. The role that Asilia plays in this is making sure that there is enough gas, because gas is an indigenous source of energy that we have in abundance in the region, particularly in Tanzania. So we started this company specifically looking at how can we support companies that are looking to invest in this space, and how can we take opportunities ourselves to invest in this space. So myself and a few other colleagues that I used to work with in the oil and gas sector started Asilia about a year ago now. And our focus is really to look for opportunities where we can support other investors coming into country, but most importantly as well, look for opportunities for us to invest as well in the sector. There's a very important role for institutions like Stanbic in terms of what role they can play in terms of unlocking investments in our space, where we play in the oil and gas space. It is a new sector in Tanzania. We've been producing gas for a long time, but when we look at areas such as LNG that's coming up, or whether it's the big LNG project, the small LNG projects that we're looking at ourselves, banks like Stanbic that have a deep knowledge of the energy sector, both in country but also through the group, really helps us to be able to have very constructive discussions. We find other banking institutions that don't have that depth, it becomes a bit difficult to be able to get that important discussion points that are about and content, as opposed to just trying to build an understanding of what the sector is. Forums like these are very important. I think, as you've seen in the conversation we'll be having here, it's good to understand what's happening within the countries, what's impacting the regional space. It's good to see what's driving the conversation in the different jurisdictions. For example, as we were discussing earlier, we look very closely in terms of what's happening in Kenya, because there's opportunities in Kenya for us to get into. So listening to contributors from Kenya in terms of what they think about where the market is going, it's very insightful for us. I'm looking forward to the next one. I've built a lot of friends through last year and this year as well. It wasn't a case of me introducing myself to quite a few people in the room. It was a case of saying, good to see you again. So I'm really looking forward to next year.